Hey there, friends. Welcome to another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. For today's topic, we're going to discuss the idea of four pillars of attractive online marketing. And what I mean by the term attractive here is by using marketing to actually pull leads toward us, right? Or to pull current customers into a deeper relationship with us as their guide. Remember, I love to talk about the concepts of story brand. I've brought them up throughout different episodes of this podcast. And I like to use that framework with my clients, actually working through a brand script. And this also brings in and incorporates some other ideas that I've learned from Russell Brunson, the idea of the attractive character, okay, that you have to build for yourself in a business when you are trying to be an expert. And this is, again, going to work for info products. It's going to work for services. It's going to work for e-commerce. It can work for all of those things. Every business, I mean, there are maybe a few exceptions, but I would say almost every business can thrive with an attractive character, okay? With somebody, with a guru, with a leader, with a figure who leads the charge, stands out front, and really gets people excited about the product or the service. So that's the kind of attraction-based marketing that I'm talking about today. So let's just go ahead and dive in. So the very first pillar is, no surprise here, the attractive character, okay? If you're gonna have attractive online marketing, you're going to have an attractive character. This means a person, again, or if it must be, it could be something like a doodle or a drawing or a good example of this in a way that maybe you're thinking, oh well, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be the dancing monkey who's on the ads and whatever. Think of somebody like Flo, for Progressive, right? Again, Progressive Insurance has a face. Geico Insurance, that's another really easy example. They've got the Geico gecko, right? And for a while they had the caveman, right? Um, the insurance companies really have this down, right? For Allstate, who is it? It's Mayhem, okay? Mayhem, and that is this concrete idea, this villain, right, in the story of you, in the story of the hero, in the story of the person who will need that insurance product, and that's the attractive character. Now, when you're doing especially like an info marketing type of business, and you've got somebody who you're creating expertise, right? You are guiding other people along in their journey. When you do it this way, you are going to need to be a particular kind of person. And what I mean by this is you need to almost zoom out and have an out of body experience with your brand. Okay. Well, what I'm not saying is you shouldn't be genuine. I'm not saying that. You absolutely should be genuine. You absolutely should be yourself. But it's very hard when you're thinking about yourself, because we do need to be intentional, right? We do need to be people who actually look and we design things in our business, even the attractive character. We design things in our business in order to um, be fruitful for marketing because we have to be able to test those things and actually put them to good use. So when you're formulating an attractive character, there's going to be some elements that an attractive character has. Okay. There's going to be the element of parables. Okay. There's going to be the element of a polarizing message. Okay. A polarizing message basically meaning that you need to take a stand on something, right? Being in the middle is boring. Parables in the sense of storytelling, right? You're going to have to draw people in with interesting stories about your product, service, your brand, the epiphanies that you had when you were creating it, the transformation stories of others, etc. If you want to learn more about the attractive character, there is a book that you can get by Russell Brunson called Expert Secrets, where he dives into the idea of the attractive character quite a bit. And I'm also going to be providing a download for you that you can do. You can go to northmaxservices.com/attractive character, and I'll put that link in the description for you, where you can go ahead and download the attractive character worksheet. And that will help you to actually go ahead and get that formulated. So first of all, if you're going to have attractive online marketing, got to have an attractive character. The second thing you need is an inviting message. An inviting message. So very important in marketing is this idea of a message to market match. If you are speaking to a market of people, and the message that you're speaking is not appropriate. Either maybe they're not in that stage of the buying cycle, or they're just not interested in it. They're not the right, frankly, income level or something for your product. If they're not the right customer for your product, they're not going to resonate with your message. So the message needs to be warm, inviting, and it needs to be correct. Now, Dan Kennedy tells this story of the unwelcome pest versus the very welcome guest. And the idea being that, one day, the short version of the story is one day, a dude's knocking on his door, won't leave him alone. He's very unwelcome. He's a pest. He's being super annoying. And finally, the guy comes around to one of the windows of the house, sees Dan in it, and is knocking frantically on the window. Dan is forced to respond. When he does, he finds that his backyard is in flames. And suddenly, that most unwelcome pest became a very welcome guest. So how do you do that? In your business, people are always on their guard, right? So people, when they get your messaging, the very first thing that they're thinking is, this guy is an unwelcome pest. How do we change that perspective? Think about that. That has to, again, this is the sort of thing that has to be intentionally thought about and designed in your business. Now, we don't want analysis paralysis here, right? This isn't something that you have to think about for days and weeks and months on end. But devote a couple days to actually thinking through these elements, and then go ahead and start publishing. Go ahead and start putting your message out there. This is frankly a topic for a different day. But I'm really interested in this idea that, like, I mean, this is just how humans do. Um, Humans are relational, fundamentally relational and societal. We grow society through sharing with others. And so why isn't everybody publishing? Why isn't everybody sharing their ideas? It's so easy now. It's so easy now. Everybody should be doing it. So we should all, like, I'm really getting into this new method of note taking called a Zettelkasten system. And it's really fascinating. There's a book called How to Write Smart Notes. You should totally pick it up. I'm starting to read it now and been doing a lot of other research around this. But again, the idea is, the fundamental premise of it is that you're note taking for the purpose of producing your own thoughts and sharing them later. And at first glance, I was like, well, this is only for a select group of people. And then I was like, no, everybody should be doing this. This is the point. This is what it means to be human. Like, why isn't everybody sharing their ideas now? There are no more gatekeepers. So, again, a topic for another day, but you need to have an inviting message, and it shouldn't even be a question of whether or not you're sharing it. If you're in business, you need to be a publisher. You need to be a media agency first. You need to be sharing your ideas, sharing your thoughts, communicating what you believe, attracting your tribe with your vibe. Okay, the third one, and this is very important, the third pillar of attractive online marketing is a call to desire. Now, some of you thought I was going to say a call to action. Of course, you have to have a call to action. Okay, that's almost an assumed given. Like, we shouldn't even have to be talking about that. What I mean here is a call to desire. I'm very interested in this concept that people will complain about gas prices. Think about this. People will complain about gas prices today, but tomorrow will take their family out to eat at a nice restaurant that costs $100, when they could very easily have eaten modestly at home. Why is that? Well, again, it's not an indictment against, whatever, or a judgment. It's just humans are fundamentally motivated by what they want. They're not motivated by what they need. In fact, they're annoyed by what they need. So if you position your product or service as something that is a need, that's not good marketing. And I bucked up against this for years. I mean, I really did not understand this. I thought, well, doesn't it make more sense to sell something that somebody needs because then they have to get it? No, because they're mad about it. And when they're mad about it, they're trying to get the cheapest price possible. Right? They're not after a solution that they need. They're after a solution they want. They'll pay all kinds of money. And by the way, when I say they, I mean, I'm talking about myself, me. I hate paying for things that I need, but I love paying for things that I want. Okay. Huge, huge, huge difference. Okay. I'll give you a very practical example of this just in my own life. If you think, well, I'm not that kind of person. Oh, yes, you are. We all are. A while ago, this has been months ago, I bought a Roborock, which is a robot vacuum cleaner. Great investment, by the way. Researched it for a few hours, but I was intent on doing it. Supper was like $379, and I did it. I wanted it. I drug my feet. I just recently needed to get some replacement parts for it. I wore the parts because a lot of the parts in there, you have to like replace them on a regular basis, to keep it up to snuff. And I drug my feet for months, literally, on going ahead and ordering the replacement kit. I just got it in today because it's literally the thing is almost falling apart. Um, right? It was nothing to spend $379 on that thing that I wanted, but $25 that I needed to spend to keep the thing working, that felt like just awful. So again, like that's just one tangible example. In your business, lead people to a solution that they're desiring. Offer them something that they want, make them want it, and they will buy it. Okay. The fourth and final pillar of attractive online marketing is a persistence to create. Again, we talked about publishing a little bit, and this just sort of underscores on that. Once you've got an inviting message, you really need to circle back in and have a persistence to create. Right now, I am recording 5 podcasts on the regular for our weekly podcasts, and then also putting out at least one, most of the time, 2 YouTube videos on my marketing channel and my web design based sales funnel channel, which is called Funnel Talk, which some of you may be watching me on right now. Okay, there's that. And then I'm also doing some other stuff YouTube wise on ministry as well. And so I've got all this stuff going on. I've got this persistence to publish because, again, the more you get your ideas out there, the better. Okay, you need to be sharing, you need to be finding your voice and allowing others to find who resonate with you. Um, you need to stay in it long enough, as one a very influential figure said, you have to endure long enough to get noticed. That's how you win the game of online marketing. And it's a long game. It doesn't happen quickly. But it's kind of like the old Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time today. Do it today. Don't wait. A year from now, you will be super glad that you did. Okay. So those are the 4 pillars of attractive online marketing: an attractive character, an inviting message, a call to desire, and a persistence to create. Don't forget to go to northmaxservices.com/attractive character to go ahead and download your attractive character cheat sheet. And if you have any questions about how to implement that, how to use that in your business, shoot me an email, steve@northmaxservices.com. I'd be happy to help you out. All right. God bless. Y'all take care. See you in the next episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us.